here we are. Now, anxiety can hit anybody, and the high achievers, they know exactly what to do because they know that if they have to suffer and succumb to it, then they're not going to get the job done. And getting the job done is priority number one. So how do you deal with it? What is the major thing that you can do to get yourself back into alignment? That's simple. It's really simple. However, it doesn't mean it's always easy. This is what the high achievers do. You basically want to figure out, okay, I recognize these signs, and what's the one thing that really that happens to everybody? They can't what? They can't breathe. And airway is huge. Think about people who stutter, right? And as somebody who stuttered my whole life, I totally understand this concept and agree. When you are stuttering, you're not getting air into the pathway that speaks. So you need to be able to get some air in there. When people are feeling anxious to really excited, and sometimes I get, hey, way too excited, I get really excited, and I just can't get things done. So here's what you do. You always have to make sure that you're getting enough air. When you don't get enough oxygen to the brain, here's what happens. Your brain cells do not get that oxygen to help feed them, and things start to shut down. We start to get into a higher anxiety level, right? So people who don't inhale enough all the time, this is what happens. They get into an oxygen deficit. It happens over and over and over again. They get worse and worse. Sometimes it takes just a few minutes, other times it takes years, but you will notice a huge difference by increasing the airway. And how do you increase that airway? Sometimes you need a technique. There are lots of techniques. I can think of 5 off the top of my head. Body Talk, right off the bat, has 2 of them. And they work within like 10 seconds to a minute. It's amazing. And then, you can do something else that gets to the root cause of the problem so that it doesn't come back. And that's the stuff that I do. And that might take, that might be instantaneous. It might take less than a second. But you have to get to the root cause. And when you get to that root cause, all of a sudden, hey, I can breathe better. I feel a lot more relaxed. And instead of talking from the head, you're speaking from the lower register, speaking from the chest, maybe the throat. You're not speaking nasally anymore. And that is going to be a great thing to help you to relax a lot more and get rid of that anxiety. Now, one thing that I love to do is get to the root cause of any issue that is causing your performance to go down. And for some, when it comes to stuttering or just anxiety in general, it's a matter of that hypertension. So if you know that you're going to be in a hypertensive situation beforehand, then do a few things that are going to help you to relax, whatever it is for you. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's just focusing on your breathing, and for some, it's writing things down. There are even some techniques that you can use that within a few seconds, like I mentioned earlier, the Body Talk, right? The UN method has another one. It just happens within 10-15 seconds. It's amazing. PIMST has another one where within 15 seconds, not only are you far less stressed, but you are also way stronger and faster in certain muscles. But the main thing is that you need to do what's best for you. Get that oxygen into the brain. When you get that oxygen into the brain, the airway can come through where it needs to go through all those airway passages. The anxiety goes away. It's really an amazing thing. It doesn't need to be much. It just has to be effective. All high achievers, we strive for things that are super effective. We don't want the mediocre shit. Right? We all want that good stuff, so it's going to get us the best results the quickest. That's how I work. And when it comes to these techniques that have been developed over years by some real geniuses like Dr. John Veltheim of Body Talk, Dr. Cam Ewan from the Ewan Method, things like that, it's really, really cool what you can do, but you always have to get to that root cause. And when you get to that root cause, bam, you get more oxygen coming through, and hey, life is a whole lot better. Thanks for joining.